Next up in the NFC West, we're going to have the Seattle Seahawks. Last year under Geno Smith, they were able to have a 9-8 record, a better record than their old quarterback Russell Wilson had with the Denver Broncos. And Geno got the bag, signed a nice extension to his deal. And, they're looking to do some surprising things. I think they did really well in the draft. I love the wide receiver that they picked up. I think that's going to make the job easier for Geno. Their running game, when healthy, is pretty strong. Defense isn't what we used to know, 5, 6 years ago, but still not horrible. So let's go ahead and take a look. Week 1 versus the Rams. Healthy Stafford, healthy Cooper Kupp, I think is going to go ahead and give a week 1 win to the Rams. And I don't think this is going to be a bad thing for the Seahawks either. I think it's going to get a little bit of a taste of some humble pie just to relax a little bit, get settled in, and really get their stuff ignited for the rest of the season. Come week 2, they're going to go up against the Lions. The Lions are a team that I really, really like this year. Non is doing the Lions predictions, so he might have this opposite. I might go with the Lions here. I think I'm going to go with the Lions taking this win. Next up, we're going to have the Carolina Panthers. Seahawks are going to walk away with that one. Week 4, we did this prediction previously with the Giants. They're at home at MetLife on Monday night. I'm giving the Giants the nod. Seahawks from there are going to go into a Week 5 bye where they will play the Cincinnati Bengals. Man, the Seahawks have got a tough opening schedule. I mean, looking at Week 1 and Week 4 here, these are like must-win games early on, just the way that the rest of the season is panning out. Because going through this into Week 6, I have a hard time having the Seahawks beating the Bengals here. I'm just going with what I feel. It may be wrong, may be right. I'm going with Bengals. Week 7, Seahawks versus Cardinals. We'll go Seahawks. Week 8, Browns at home again. They're trying to get some momentum here. Seahawks are going to go ahead and take this one, get their first. Is this their first that I'm giving them? Their first back-to-back win? Yes, it is. Week 9, they're going to go up against the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. Geno Smith, Lamar Jackson, and it's still just trying to figure out what Lamar we're going to get, what they're going to do with that wide receiver room. I know they got OBJ, and, we're coming in to, their other wide receivers who a lot of people have some hype for, but I just didn't see too many things that impressed me, but they weren't with their starting quarterback for the majority of that time, so it's really hard to judge. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Baltimore. Week 10, Seahawks versus the Washington Commanders. We got Seahawks week 11 against the Rams. Rams coming off their bye. Seahawks getting a redemption game here. Week 12, 49ers, Seahawks. I just did the 49ers just a second ago. Did I not click this button down? Now I'm really confused. Okay. That's okay. If you watched the last video and I missed one, I don't know how I did it. But week 12, we're going to go ahead and have 49ers and Seahawks on Thursday night. I believe I had them splitting, and I think I had Seahawks winning this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Week 13, Seahawks versus Cowboys. Another Thursday night game. I got Cowboys taking that one. That's in a previous prediction. Go and check that out back on the channel in the playlist. Week 14, they're going to drop another one to San Francisco in back-to-back games after winning in Week 12. Week 15, we're going to have Seahawks versus Philadelphia. And I already picked Seahawks to take this one against Philly. Philly, this is, again, one of those ones where I think it could go either way. I think Philadelphia has the better team. But teams like the Seahawks that are just kind of playing off a grit, especially with Geno Smith. I mean, he's been doubted his whole career. He's kind of a guy that was before his time. If his career would have started 2-3 years ago and he was a young buck and not at his age now, I think his career could have gone out a lot differently. And I'm going to go ahead and give that win to the Seahawks there. Week 16, they're going to play against the Titans. The only thing that the Titans truly have until they prove me otherwise is that they're really good at time management and winning time on the field over the opposing team. It's going to be played in Tennessee, but I think at this point is whenever Tennessee is going to start fighting who's the starting quarterback. They're not going to know, very similar to how last year was. And I'm going to go Seahawks there. Week 17, Steelers, Seahawks. Am I going to close out the Seahawks with a nice little 4-game win streak here? I've been so negative towards the Steelers, and I'm going to go ahead and give them the win and not allow the Seahawks to get that 4-game win streak to close out the season, but I will give them the final victory in Week 18 versus the Cardinals on the clean sweep, and that'll have their record finish off to be 9-8, and that's exactly how it was last year. I don't see there being a huge jump or a huge loss. I feel like if anything, it's right around the middle. It could float between 1 or 2 games. Maybe they win 10. Maybe they only win 8. I think it could be between there. So that's my predictions, and we'll see what happens.